Step 6 is to create an outline. So in this part of your document-based essay writing guide, it gives you a series of like 9 steps that you can follow for your outline. You can do that, but also linked in this section is a graphic organizer that you can use to fill in for your outline. If it's a Word document, you can print it out and write on it, or you can type directly on it to create your outline. An outline is important because it makes sure that all of your information is organized so that when you actually go to write the essay, especially this type of essay, that you have everything included. So let me increase the view on here so it's a little bit easier to see. But when you create your outline, you're going to start by writing your thesis statement. This is basically serving as your introduction, and this was what you did in step 5. Number 2, you're going to use all of your notes that you gathered from steps 2, 3, and 4, the information that you pulled from the lessons that you've had, from the evaluation and the analysis of the documents that were given to you on that handout. Those serve as your information for your supporting details. So use your notes, making sure that any details that you pick include things that affected lives in the early 1800s and how it affects us today. You won't be using all of your information probably, but make sure you don't leave anything out that you think is important to answer the question. So your first point or your first topic is going to be your first example of transportation and technology from the early 1800s, and you can fill it in on the blank. Your topic sentence is one example is, you explain that example, and then what are your details about this topic? What is it that you've learned from it about how it affected their lives back then, how it affects us today? And so you need 3 details for that. Once you have your first example, you'll move on to your second example, a second example of transportation and technology from the early 1800s that you're going to talk about from your notes. You can transition with a topic sentence. Another example is, and write that as a sentence. And then again, you're going to have 3 details about that topic that you learned that include how it affected their lives back then and how it affects us today. Looking at Kaya's example of her outline, she has her first main topic. She wrote a topic sentence, and then she has her supporting details represented with this A, B, and C. And then underneath those supporting details, she wrote the detail from her notes that she had gathered so that she has that ready when she goes to write her document-based essay. This graphic organizer will be available for you to use in the step 6 directions.